Who is that special someone, a woman who you admire the most and who is so deeply rooted into your being that you are very much motivated and inspired? Hello, miracle workers. Welcome to another special episode of Unlocking Miracles, January's Guide to Life, Love, and Leadership. And for this episode, we are going to discuss the power of women in creating abundance in celebration of Happy Women's Month. So, kamusta kayo? I'm so excited to give this episode because it's been quite a very hectic schedule for me. To the point na hindi ako talaga nakaka-follow sa ating schedule na mag-post ng ating video every Saturday. But I promise to myself na kahit very hectic ang schedule natin, we will see to it that every week meron pa rin kayong makukuha na value from me in my episodes. So for this episode, I decided to come up with a discussion on women. Kasi nga, we're celebrating International Women's Month. So, a big shout out to all the women listeners of Unlocking Miracles. I'm sure mas maraming women than men ang nanonood sa akin. Because I know that most of my followers are women talaga. And I would love to celebrate your womanhood, no? So, because women are special. Syempre, women tayo, woman tayo. So, I'd like to celebrate your strength, resilience, and success in creating abundance in all the areas of your life. So, 2 weeks ago, I was in a seminar called Millionaire Mind Intensive. And if I count all the attendees there was about 1,000 attendees. And I feel that there are more women in the room than men. And it means that in today's world, women are really free to go out, to create more value to the world, and really are lifelong learners. For myself, I'm a lifelong learner. I really want to immerse myself into learnings, something that is new, something that is innovative, or simply something that I want to relearn as I live my life. So I want to share a story of a woman that really inspires me the most. Not only because she is very dear to my heart, but more importantly because of her outstanding achievements in life and to the point how her character is evolving over the years. So my story is all about my mother, Mother Emma. So my mom was born and raised in Bicol. And she came from a humble beginnings. They are seven siblings. And my lola is a sari-sari store owner, and my lolo is an auto mechanic. And my mama was able to graduate her studies, became an accountant and a CPA, a board passer, simply because of the being studious and being obedient to her parents. And she's a hard worker. And I would consider her a workaholic. Even up to this day, she's a workaholic. But in the positive sense, because she's a breadwinner of our family, especially during the times that my father got sick for the longest time, like in the 16 years that my father was disabled. She really took care of us as a family and she provided for all the needs of the family. She had to work in a corporate multinational company as a finance director and then at the same time do the life insurance business. And I was able to graduate from my school, from my college because of her. because at that time when my father got disabled, got stroke, I was still in college. I was second year college. And at that time, I thought that I had to stop schooling or probably go to a much lower cost education. But my mother really pushed and made sure that I am able to graduate in Miriam. And I was able to finish my degree, my communication arts degree in that same school. So I am very inspired by how my mom is living her life. In fact, she's now 70 years old and she's still healthy. She doesn't have any maintenance medicine except for the vitamins and supplements that she is taking. And she really takes care of her health, not only physically, but also emotionally, spiritually. And she serves the church as a lector, commentator, as well as our chapel treasurer. For the longest time, she's the chapel treasurer. So she's very generous in sharing her talents, resources, and even her time in the service of the Lord. And I feel that because of that, she is able to attract abundance in her life. A lot of opportunities are coming to her and to the family, as well as a lot of blessings. And what I'd like to talk about here is that it is not your fault if you were born poor, but it will be your fault if you will die poor. So if we talk about responsibility, if we take on 100% responsibility for our life, whether you're a woman, a man, you get to actually transform your life into somebody that is nobody, into somebody with somebody, right? And the number one thing that I always believe in is invest in yourself. Investing in yourself by giving yourself the opportunity to learn new things, learn something that can help you grow yourself both professionally and personally. In the case of my mom, she said yes to my invitation of attending the Millionaire Mind Intensive. Imagine that's a 3 day, whole day event from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And it's a high energy program, very interactive, and a lot of activities and a lot of opportunities to meet amazing people. And at her age, she was able to do that, right? So imagine how I am inspired by her because, and not only me, myself, but also the rest of the people that meets her. Because normally or typically, a person of her age will just simply stay at home and do chores. But in her case, she really exposes herself, goes out of her comfort zone. And I would remember that my mom is a shy person in the sense that she's very nervous whenever she does public speaking. But way back 10 years ago, when she accompanied me in my Toastmasters club meeting, at that time, I was really meaning to join the club. But my mom, she was s- she was so shy. In fact, she said, "I'll just accompany you." But after that 2 hour meeting, I was so surprised that when the MC or the host asked us if we want to be part of the club, she immediately raised her hand and said she wants to be a member. So that's how courageous she is and how she is really has a thirst and hunger for learning. And I believe that is crucial for us women that we continue on evolving and improving ourselves because the world is ever changing. We need to learn things that is probably something that we don't know yet, or probably it's something that is existent. but we are not aware and we are not practicing. Because something that I learned or I was reminded of, that you cannot tell that you know something unless you're actually doing it or practicing it already. So it is important that as women, we are able to also take care of ourselves, because we as women are nurturers. We love to serve other people, we love to take care of other people. But how about you? How are you taking care of yourself? So it's very important that we practice self love, self care. And normally, what I do is early in the morning, I take some time to breathe, to pause, to do some gratitude practices. Declarations are very important as well, so that I get to prime my mind and my energy for the day. And I am very positive that I will attract all the opportunities, the right opportunities for me to be in the right place and at the right time, so that I would be in the state of flow, right? Because I just learned this also recently, that you don't have to really struggle or force anything. If you really trust and surrender yourself to the ultimate source, which is the Lord, everything will be given unto you. He will be able to give you all the resources that you need. It's just that a matter of surrendering yourself and just making it the point that you take action. So, my question for those who are listening to us right now: what does abundance mean to you as a woman? So, I encourage you to comment your answers in the chat so that I get to interact with you after this episode. As a woman, it's also crucial that we surpass all the challenges in life. Challenges are so common, right? We face them on a daily basis. It is inevitable. It is something that is common to us. But how do we actually break ourselves from any barriers or challenges so that we get to succeed in life, in whether in business, in our finances, or even in our personal lives? So I always bear in mind that growing yourself will allow you to access the power from within, unlock the potentials you've never imagined. And thus, when you know that you are bigger than your problems, you'll be able to surpass any challenge. For myself, I used to think that I am always behind the scene. Being a person that worked in the TV production years ago, I always thought that I am not somebody who is like this, facing in front of the camera, speaking to a lot of people, delivering speeches, talks, and trainings. But now this is so much the thing that fuels me, that drives me. Unlike before, my limited mindset is that I am just for behind the scenes. But as I discover my potentials and I get to practice and then prepare myself, I get to build my confidence in myself. So it's important that awareness is the key, that you are not limiting yourself. You're actually moving out of your comfort zone to discover what is it that you have that can be still honed, that can be still improved, and that's something that you can bless more people. Sometimes it's uncomfortable really to share that talent that you're not really confident about. But as you do it more often, you will get used to it. So, in terms of handling finances, we as women were into multitasking. We're multitaskers, right? And what I learned recently in the Millionaire Mind Intensive program that I attended is really have to have that discipline and the determination to push through. Because if we have the discipline of following a certain system, whether in finances or in life, everything will be organized and everything will flow accordingly. So just like in the Millionaire Mind Intensive program, we were taught about the six money jar system. And for those who are not familiar with it, you can also Google this. But basically, the six money jar system allows you to have a system in your management of money. So, portion of your money you can devote to education, to play, to give, to for your financial freedom, and even for your necessities and your long-term savings for spending. I would highly suggest that you attend the next MMI or Millionaire Mind Intensive seminar. I think it will happen in July because it's different if you read it, you listen to it. It's really different if you experience it for yourself. So just watch out for some announcements from me as I'll be sharing more details on how you can get a hold of a ticket for MMI because that is very important, especially if you want to attract more abundance in your life. Okay, so let's get to the part where how are we able to celebrate also our womanhood? Or how do we actually celebrate our wins? I Before I would struggle into accepting or receiving from other people because I'm a giver. So normally I serve people, I give, and then when I receive, somehow I realize that I am actually deflecting the blessings that is coming to me. In what manner when somebody compliments me, instead of saying thank you, I would, no, it's not like that. So somehow it deflects the blessing. So now I'm more aware. I am more grateful at all the things that are coming to me, whether big or small. I celebrate them. I anchor it. How do I anchor or celebrate wins? I dance. I make some movements and I journal about it. I reflect about it because the more that you celebrate these wins, this will build your confidence and in a manner that you'll be able to put them in your subconscious and then so that in the future you become more um, a magnet for blessings. So that's very key. I would love for you to practice that as well so that you get to notice, oh, how come I'm so very attractive to all the blessings and I'm repelling bad luck or things that are not good? It's because it's all about energy. Energy is everything. So if you are always in a positive energy, you're always excited and happy, then you get to attract the right people, the right sources with the same vibe, the same level of energy. So make it a point that you get to practice that more often. And if at some point that you feel that you're negative or you feel down or you feel sad, it's okay. Just go with it. Don't neglect that feeling. You just have to acknowledge it and then try to shift your emotions back to the right one. Because if you continue to spiral down with that emotion, that won't be very helpful for you. Okay? So remember, you are powerful, capable, and deserving of all the abundance in life has to offer. So remember that. Okay, so I would love to know what has been so far your greatest takeaway from my podcast episode. feel free to message that in the comment section, or you may directly message me so that I would know if something that I am sharing is resonating with you. So if you have any suggestions for any topics you want me to discuss, feel free to message me as well. And if you feel that you have a miracle story that is worth sharing so that we can bless more people, feel free to reach out to me as well. Probably we can do an episode together. So, my invitation for you is to continue to unlock more miracles in your lives and be a blessing to more people. And I'm inviting you to my latest program. I have a webinar this coming Saturday. It's called How to Multiply Your Income. I realized that it is important that we really maximize our potentials as human beings. And these potentials should have a value. So let's learn together and let's try to explore what are the opportunities that is in store for us so that we get to multiply our income. So that when we are wealthy, rich, and abundant, we can be a blessing to those who have none, or to be a blessing to anybody that we meet, because we are all interconnected, and it's important that we are able to share, generously give, and excellently receive. So remember, you are strong, abundant, and impactful, and you can unlock more miracles in your life. Cheers, and see you in the next episode. Bye.